How established businesses can 10x revenue, profits, and impact in 10 years by improving 1% per month in two areas. Could it be possible to 10x your business over a decade? Not only is it possible, it's doable for virtually every established business. How do you get 10x growth? Well, let's break it down. When you double business every 3 years, you will 10x in 10 years. Consider the following example of a business that is doing $1 million a year. Right now, their revenue is $1 million. If they double in 3 years, their revenue will be $2 million. At the end of 6 years, doubling again, $4 million. At the end of 9 years, $8 million. And you can see very easily how at 12 years, they're $16 million. Right now, around 10 years, this business will hit $10 million. That's 10x revenue growth. The problem is that most businesses don't experience this. Many businesses are stuck in flatline growth. The financial world gives us the rule of 72. Simply divide 72 by your growth rate, and you can see how long it takes to double your money. Using this model, you can quickly see that a company growing at 10% year over year will double every 7.2 years. That business will get 1.5 doubling periods in a 10-year time frame, a far cry from 10x growth. Well, how can you accomplish 10x growth? You drive marginal improvement in two key areas simultaneously. Number one, net new business. This is simply the number of customers that you have. Number two, cross-sell revenue. This is your revenue per customer. If you grow 1% a month, that's 12% a year in each of these areas, look what happens in this hypothetical $1 million business. Let's assume this business has 1,000 clients and their revenue is $1,000 per year per client. Multiply those two together, 1,000 clients times $1,000 in revenue per year per client, and that business is at $1 million. Let's look what happens with 12% growth in each one of these areas. That $1,000 becomes $1,120 per client, and the number of clients growing at 12% becomes once again 1,120. At the end of year one, that business now has revenue of $1.26 million. When you continue this out in year two, another 12% growth means that there are 1,254 clients, and 12% growth in revenue per client would mean that there's $1,254 in revenue per client. That now is totaling $1.57 million. In year three, another 12% growth shows a total number of clients of 1,404 clients, and of course, a revenue per client growing at 12% of $1,404 per client. Now the total revenue of that business is $1.97 million. Round up and you're at $2 million. There it is, simple math. Business doubles in 3 years. Well, how could you pull off 10x growth? In Atomic Habits, James Clear tells the story of how the British cycling team went from being the laughingstock of the sports world to Olympic gold medal champions. Their coach, Dave Brailsford, implemented the aggregation of marginal gains. The theory was that a 1% improvement each day would yield massive transformation over time. This proved out in the team going from last place to first. The parallel to business is that the aggregation of marginal gains in each of the two core revenue drivers, net new and cross-sell revenue, can drive exponential revenue growth that will double your business every 3 years and 10x it in 10 years. 12% growth each year in each one of these areas requires 1% growth per month, or 3% growth per quarter. With this in mind, every leadership team has two key questions to ask each quarter. What can we improve to grow net new, our number of clients, by 3%? And what can we do to grow cross-sell revenue per client by 3%? Get these two numbers right, and you'll break through 10x growth in 10 years. What does it take to make this happen? That's what I explain in the Revenue Growth Engine book. To get your copy, visit www.revenuegrowthengine.com/book.